Happy holidays and welcome everyone live on YouTube to the World Gym Arena here in Houston, Texas. This is the 14th annual edition of Christmas Chaos. For the Blue Label of Professional Wrestling, he's Brad Gilmore, and I'm Matt Topolsky for The Row. And Brad, a very special event here tonight, live and free for all of our fans at home, and every single championship title will be defended right here live.
It's an incredible event. This is our biggest event of the year. I love Christmas Chaos. You never know what's going to happen, and thank you to all the people watching us right now on the Reality of Wrestling YouTube channel. Once again, tonight we're going to prioritize super chats, so if you give a little, something to Reality of Wrestling, we'll make sure that we give you a shout out right here on the broadcast.
And a very special happy birthday to you.
Well, I appreciate you.
Yes.
Appreciate you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, Brad, we got to talk about some of the big matches we have here tonight. Let's start with a three-way dance, a triple threat for the Diamonds Division Championship. Rok-C, the Pink Dream, Gracia, and of course, the Renaissance Woman, the three-time Reality of Wrestling Diamonds Division Champion, Hyan. What a matchup that's going to be.
It's absolutely a great matchup, and typically I would say Hyan, no questions asked. She's been on such a great roll this year in 2019, but here's the thing. It's a triple threat match. She doesn't have to be pinned to lose the championship. Her chances of retaining that championship go down to 33% instead of 50%, so you don't know what's going to happen inside that triple threat match.
And Gracia did capture that championship earlier this year. She knows what gold tastes like. We know she's hungry for it again. We're going to see if she can do it later on here tonight. In addition to that, we saw it a few weeks ago. It was a very shocking moment. The mysterious Q is mysterious no longer, now just known as Q. He brings that new attitude into a television championship matchup here tonight against the fastest rising star in Texas professional wrestling, Will Allday, the TV champion.
Hey, here's the thing. We were all shocked when Mysterious Q did what he did, or excuse me, when Q did what he did against Will Allday. But tonight, I just feel Will Allday, this ride that he's been on here at Reality of Wrestling just continues to crescendo. There's been no dips in his roller coaster, if you know what I'm saying. So tonight, I think he's going to be focused, but he knows that the challenge that he has in front of him, Q, he's the franchise. That's what you've called him. That's what you've coined him. He's been a Reality Wrestling champion. He's been a television champion. He's been a Texas champion. He knows what it takes to get it done inside the squared circle. So that's one to watch tonight, definitely.
And before Will Allday became the perennial high flyer here at the Reality of Wrestling, it all began with the man who defied gravity, Q. We're going to see if he can get back into that form here tonight. Brad Gilmore also. It's no time limit. There will be no draws. We must have a winner. Gino versus Rex Andrews, and the history between these two. We don't need to catalog their resumes, but this is an incredible rivalry, and we will see potentially the final chapter here tonight.
I mean, we saw what they did inside of the Rise to Wrestling Royalty, and where that went to a time limit draw. That's how much these two guys know each other. That's how experienced they are inside the squared circle, facing each other's opponents. Tonight, no time limit. There must be a winner. I think it's going to be one for the ages.
And then you talk about one for the ages. Let's talk about our main event here tonight inside the most sadistic structure in Reality of Wrestling, the steel cage. We have Bryan Keith, the bounty hunter, versus ruthless Ryan Davidson for the Reality of Wrestling Championship.
Well, I mean, we know what they did inside the steel cage before. I mean, you and I have talked about it going back to the final heat in 2015. Now, the last time we saw them square off against each other just a couple of months ago, Bryan Keith pulled up the upset of the world, upset of the century, upset of the year by defeating the first ever Grand Slam champion in ruthless Ryan Davidson, the Bear, the cornerstone of this company. I think that it's one thing to win the championship, it's another to defend it. And then tonight, Bryan Keith has to defend it inside the confines of a steel cage. That is a Bear's playground.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is the season of giving, and the Reality of Wrestling is giving you its biggest event of the year live on YouTube. Buckle in. It's Christmas Chaos 14, and it starts right now.
Introducing first, from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 200 pounds, Zack Mason.
He's got that bling. He's got that ring. He is royalty, Brad Gilmore. It is Zack Mason.
Absolutely. I mean, when you talk about great years individuals have had here in Reality Wrestling, not only has Zack Mason been a champion this year, being the tag team champion along with Warren Johnson, but he was the first ever man to be crowned wrestling royalty here at the Reality of Wrestling. He sported that ring to prove it. Incredible, incredible rise for Zack Mason this year, and then winning this match tonight, he can get a championship opportunity at any title of his choice.
Absolutely. As we set the table for our opening matchup here at Christmas Chaos 14, in this scramble matchup, the winner of this matchup will become the #1 contender for the championship of their choosing.
And his opponent, representing the Renegades, weighing in at 165 pounds, Rudy Garza.
Here's a wild card if I've ever seen one before. Rudy Garza. One could argue the leader of the Renegades of Wrestling, and if you want to call him that, then you have to admit he is leading by example, because Brad, he is still undefeated in singles competition here at the Row.
And this is his biggest opportunity yet here at Reality of Wrestling to get a championship opportunity and be undefeated. 2020 could be a great year for Rudy Garza. And I got to give a quick shout out to RC on the super chat here on YouTube. He says, Bryan Keith is awesome. He's one of the GOATs of Row. I hope he retains the title tonight.
And their opponent, from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 135 pounds, Warren Johnson.
Still a lot of questions about the relationship between Zack Mason and Warren Johnson. Where does their friendship stand? We have not seen them in tag team action together since the Rise to Wrestling Royalty Tournament. Could professional jealousy be playing a part between these two? We may find out in this match.
They've been definitely going back and forth. We've seen them trying to get back on the same page. They're, in my opinion, the greatest tag team in Reality of Wrestling history. So I think they're going to figure it out.
And next, making his way to the ring from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 265 pounds, Edge Stone.
In the sport of professional wrestling, there are few athletes more impressive in size, stature, and pure athleticism today than this man. This mountain of a man, chiseled out of granite. This is Edge Stone.
Yeah, he definitely lives up to his name. He looks like he's made out of stone, like you said. I mean, one of the most impressive specimens that we've seen at the Reality of Wrestling. This is his first Christmas Chaos event. And you know he wants to go back home to New Orleans with a big victory, knowing that he could be a champion in 2020.
I'll tell you what, that young man doesn't look like he's missed many Christmas dinners, Brad Gilmore. That's for certain.
And finally, from Loveland, Texas, weighing in at 235 pounds,
In 2016, at Christmas Chaos, on this very night, Tyrell Tempo did not get called in his stocking. Oh no! He captured the Reality of Wrestling Television Championship. Tonight he has an opportunity to call his shot for that title or any title if he's able to get the dub in this scramble match.
You know, Tyrell Tempo is, in my opinion, he's just one of those guys who's an uncrowned champion. He's got all the ability to do it. We've seen him do it before. He just hasn't had the right opportunity. But imagine having the opportunity on your terms. You get to pick your opponent for your championship that you want. That could really play into Tyrell Tempo's favor.
This matchup is one fall to a finish. It is not elimination. The first pinfall scored in this matchup will declare a winner. The bell rings and the match begins, and Christmas Chaos 14 is officially underway.
Oh, whoa! Look at that!
And Edge Stone is treating human beings like rag dolls.
And look at this, though. Some tag team, well, at least double team maneuvers from Fly Def.
Well, Edge Stone, as you recall, Brad Gilmore, has a bone to pick with Team Fly Def. There's no question about that.
I mean, he was, oh, look at that, though. Again, tandem offense from Fly Def. And you're right, Matt Topolsky, Warren Johnson essentially cost Edge Stone the Rise to Wrestling royalty. He came out and he hit him from behind, definitely uncharacteristic of Warren. And oh, look at that!
And Warren Johnson saving his brother right there, his tag team partner.
You saw Zack go to check on him, and then Tyrell Tempo catches Zack with a big shot. And now the rookie, Rudy Garza.
And Edge Stone spine first into that steel guardrail as the front row, no pun intended, of Reality of Wrestling getting an up-close and personal look at the action here at Christmas Chaos.
Hey, but this is a one fall to a finish. You want to get everybody out of the way that you can. And right now, a good opportunity for Rudy Garza and Tyrell Tempo. One of these guys could walk out with an early victory. And look at Tempo, the strength. Oh, man.
Tempo up to the 5th floor.
Boom.
Crash lands in the basement on the heart of Rudy Garza. Cover here, too, to become the #1 contender. Not enough.
Best vertical in the business, Tyrell Tempo. Always impressive, his size, to be able to get up that high. Rudy Garza had him scouted in the corner, and oh, big knee, man. And here's what I'm thinking here is, you know, it's a scramble. There's 5 men. You can't really disqualify anybody, you know what I mean? I mean, what happens if the rest of the Renegades, oh, look at that, come out to help Rudy Garza.
Rudy Garza here, cover 1, 2. Zack Mason all charged up here. Absolutely electrifying early on. Holds on. Looking for a second suplex attempt here. And says Warren Johnson, join in on the fun.
Oh, look at this. Fly deaf. Oh, but Tyrell Tempo blocking it. Oh, and he gets a suplex for his troubles, Matt Topolsky. Not a wise maneuver.
Double vision there on that suplex.
This is interesting, man. Only one person can win this match, but Fly Deaf definitely working together. Oh, wait a minute, though. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. That is the massive power on display of Edge Stone. And Edge Stone keeps it going with a Samoan drop that moves the entire ring.
He should have gone for a cover right there. Rudy Garza with a drop kick to Edge Stone, but not doing much.
Rudy Garza bouncing off the spine of Edge Stone like a mosquito. Garza upstairs.
Look at that. Look at the strength of Edge Stone. Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh, Matt Topolsky. You know what they say? What goes up?
Tables up!
Oh, my goodness.
Rudy Garza crash lands on the tarmac!
And that flight wasn't with the comfortability of United Economy Plus.
Edge Stone giving new meaning to the word scramble here.
You're right, you are. And again, this is a scramble. This is not elimination. This is one fall to a finish. And Zack Mason saving Warren Johnson. Oh, look at that, Matt.
Well, Team Fly Deaf are on the same page here tonight. It may be every man for themselves, but right now they are going to take advantage. Edge Stone with a crossbody taking them both out.
Look at that, Tyrell Tempo's got him in paying dividends. Wait a minute, Matt Topolsky. Tyrell Tempo's gonna win this right now. Oh,
Rudy
frog
Garza
splash.
from up top with a frog splash.
And Tyrell Tempo rolling to the outside. Garza had it won, Matt. What are we gonna see here? Oh, beautiful. Team Fly Deaf. This has been the story of this. Oh, there they go. And they're going to look for it, Matt. That move that won them the tag team championships.
Well, Team Fly Deaf right now, I think, have forgotten about the fact that this is a scramble match. Every man for himself and not a tag team bout. But for the moment here, they have removed all competition from the conversation.
Wait a minute.
Look at this. Warren Johnson to take advantage here.
And look, Zack Mason able to block him. I mean, we knew this was going to be every man for himself. Someone had to win, but Fly Deaf, definitely the turmoil continues between these two. Oh!
Johnson there, the sacrificial lamb for Edge Stone.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Edge Stone had it scouted.
Look out.
Oh my goodness!
Walks right in to that sit-out powerbomb. 2, 3. A #1 contender has emerged. Edge Stone will put his hat in the ring for the title of his choosing in 2020. And that right there, that picture that you see on your computer or television screen gives new meaning to the word challenger, as Edge Stone will be causing trouble for one of the elite here at the Reality of Wrestling.
An incredible match to start us off here at Christmas Chaos. It looked like at every opportunity, one of the 5 men had it won, and it came down to a disagreement between Team Fly Death, Matt Topolsky, and Edge Stone walks away.
Cam Cole, you're about to go up one-on-one against Erik Lockhart. How are you preparing for this match?
How am I preparing? Look, it's Christmas Chaos, so I decided to get in the Christmas spirit. You see my hat? But something's not right. Something's just not right this year. My Christmas was ruined by you, Erik Lockhart, when you cost me the television title. So tonight I get my revenge. As for you, Merry Christmas.
Introducing first, from Santa Monica, California, weighing in at 206 pounds, Cameron Cole.
Well, it looks like we found out who the Secret Santa is here at Christmas Chaos, Brad Gilmore.
It's Ice Cold Cam Cole. You want to vape for Christmas?
Well, I was about to say, I think you put one in your stocking for your next romantic encounter.
Cam Cole coming out with the Christmas spirit.
Oh, yeah, he looks like he's in the holiday spirit.
Look, he's got a Santa hat on.
Here he is, Bad Santa, Cameron Cole. Well, thank you to everyone for joining us live on YouTube here tonight for Christmas Chaos, the 14th annual edition of the Reality of Wrestling, and you are seeing it for free $99 on Reality of Wrestling's YouTube channel. And still to come, we've got the Diamonds Division Championship to be defended, the Television Championship to be defended, the Texas Championship will be defended. There will be an open challenge later on here tonight for the tag team titles, and a steel cage match to determine who will be the Reality of Wrestling champion. What a night, live here at the World Gym Arena. What do you think Erik Lockhart got Cameron Cole for Christmas?
You know, Matt Topolsky, that would be an interesting one, and I think if you asked Erik Lockhart, he'd give you a very detailed answer as to what he gave him. But here he comes, nevertheless, from New Richmond, Wisconsin, a guy who, Matt, I mean, we saw just, what was it, a week or so ago, he had an opportunity to get a television championship around his waist, but he came up short. And then this evening, he's got an opportunity to get a big win on a big stage. Here's the thing, since we saw Erik Lockhart come back at the No Limits pay-per-view earlier this year, he's had some great moments. He hasn't had a lot of great wins. And I think that's the thing that people forget around here at Reality of Wrestling is you gotta win a match to get more opportunities. And Erik Lockhart, to be honest, he's kind of left a little bit to be desired for me.
We'll see if Erik Lockhart can right the ship here tonight. Right you are. It is about wins and losses at the end of the day here at Reality of Wrestling. An intriguing bout indeed.
Still can't figure out what that damn symbol means.
I'm having trouble understanding how you can't figure it out.
Very weird. It looks like wingdings. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I know what that looks like. That is a hell of a lot of disrespect in the form of a vape cloud blown directly in the face of Erik Lockhart. Cameron Cole, of course, matchup, and it was granted due to his elimination in the four-way matchup, which featured these two competitors. Erik Lockhart, happy to oblige. Here they are under the bright lights of the biggest event of the year here at Reality of Wrestling. Irish whip. Cam Cole goes downstairs.
Again, we're prioritizing super chats. If you want to donate to the cause and appreciate what we're giving to you for free this evening, we're going to give you a shout out on this broadcast. Make sure you hit that super chat button on YouTube. We know the boss man Booker T is watching along. And impressing the boss gets you every opportunity here at Reality of Wrestling. No better way to impress him than a win. Oh.
Nice arm drag once again from Erik Lockhart. Erik Lockhart has memorized the textbook of technical professional wrestling. I think there's no doubt about that at all.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I think that, you know, it is strange where you can technically be the best wrestler, you know, in the entire locker room. But it doesn't mean that you can go out there and get the job done. You know, I've talked about it before. You got to be able to put all the pieces together. You have to be able to strategize, and that's something that Erik Lockhart, even though he's a great veteran, hasn't been able to do fully. And wait, hold on now. He's taking a smoke break for a romantic encounter. Look at that.
Well, make it two. That's the second time he's done that now. And the level of disrespect continues to rise to a point here where I think Erik Lockhart might lose his cool a little bit. Perhaps that is Cam Cole's strategy.
Absolutely. If you get Erik Lockhart flustered. Oh, my goodness.
Well, we have seen Erik Lockhart lose his cool in the past. I mean, he has, I wouldn't say he has a short fuse on him, but when it gets lit, he really does lose control. And I have to imagine that Cameron Cole is familiar with that, or he has certainly scouted it. Perhaps that's part of his game plan.
Oh, look at that. Cameron Cole clipped Erik Lockhart, didn't get everything there. But you can tell Erik Lockhart feeling the effects. Even if it was just 75% of the shot, it still hurt him enough. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Well, that new attitude of Cameron Cole continues to display itself to the Row Nation, much to the dismay of the Row Nation, I should say. It is all about him now.
Absolutely. As a capacity crowd here in Texas City, Texas, I'm looking around and I do not see an open seat anywhere. We have sold it out here at the Booker T World Gym Arena for Christmas Chaos. We have a super chat. Got to give shout outs to Colin, who's 9, John, who's 6, and Harrison, who's 3 months old. They're watching along at home.
Good attempt here. 1, 2, kick out.
Appreciate that super chat. Again, if you want to shout out the broadcast, just hit that super chat, man. Give us a little something. It is Christmas, Matt Topolsky. Share your holiday cheer. I made a donation in your name to the Human Fund, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
And the Jelly of the Month Club. Oh, man. Erik Lockhart obviously trying to get back in this thing.
Shot downstairs from Cameron Cole. Reversal, series of reversals here. Now a standing switch. Make it 2. The technical proficiency of these two athletes cannot be overstated. Irish whip, reversal here once again. This time Erik Lockhart into the buckle. Ice cold coming back. It's a face full of turnbuckle followed by an elbow from Erik Lockhart.
We've seen that for years here at Reality of Wrestling. This is the momentum shifting and swinging back Erik Lockhart's way.
Lockhart springboards up top.
Oh! He's gonna have to drink a lot of eggnog and forget about that. Give a big shout out to Jason, who just participated in the Super Chat. He says, great show, thank you, Ro. Perfect ring announcers. I want to try out to be an announcer for Reality of Wrestling. That's okay, maybe you can take your job.
Another smoke break for Cameron Cole. That's the third one of this matchup. I'll tell you what, he's in remarkable physical condition considering how much he hits the vape pen.
I know, you think they'd slow him down a little bit. How many vape pins does he have?
Erik Lockhart fighting out of the tree of woe there. Up top. What a cross body from Erik Lockhart. Oh. Hanging on here.
Oh. Fired up.
Makes it two. Erik Lockhart looking for the trifecta on that Cesar suplex, and he got it.
Erik getting back into this thing, Matt Topolsky.
Well, we knew when we saw this on the card here tonight that it would be a tremendous exhibition between these two, but Erik Lockhart, one has to argue, needs it just a little bit more than Cameron Cole right now. You set the table at the beginning of this matchup about how it has been a while since Erik Lockhart has scored a W in singles competition. You can see that he's kicking it up an extra notch here at Christmas Chaos.
Oh man, referee got a little bit discombobulated there.
Roll up here, roll up from Cameron Cole trying to take advantage here.
Roll up.
Look at this, the shoulders pinned to the
wait a
mat.
minute.
Erik Lockhart got the W.
Erik Lockhart finally getting a big win on a big stage here at Reality of Wrestling. Looks like he may have been a little bit temporarily blinded there from Cameron Cole. But once he opens up his eyes, he's going to realize he just won on Reality Wrestling's biggest stage, live on the Reality Wrestling YouTube channel.
Well, a blind inside cradle from Erik Lockhart gives him one of those green check marks in the dub column. Erik Lockhart victorious live here tonight at Christmas Chaos.
For over 13 years, the King of Solar Screens has been an industry leader, and we proudly use 100% American-made products. Home of the $55 any size, any color solar screen.
Well, what about arches?
$55.
What about circles?
$55.
What about rectangles?
$55.
Any size, any color, installed free. The King of Solar Screens, on time, every time.
Now can you dig that, sucker?
Introducing first from San Antonio, Texas, she is the Pink Dream, Gracia.
Brad Gilmore, we are on a runaway train to the brand new year, a brand new decade, but the 19th decade in this millennia, in this century, really dominated by the athleticism of this young lady who has broke on the scene and has made her mark both here at Reality of Wrestling and, of course, on Title Match Wrestling's Ladies Night Out program. It's the Pink Dream, Gracia.
And her opponent from Laredo, Texas, it's Rok-C.
Speaking of new years, the 17-year-old sensation has broken into the 18th of her young life. Imagine being 18 years old and now having more than a year of experience under your belt in the world of professional wrestling. Rok-C still taking the Greyhound bus to get here, but she is one of the hottest up-and-coming prospects in women's professional wrestling.
Absolutely, gotta love Rok-C, who's made a name for herself in a very short time in her career. Also gotta give a big shout out to Marie on our super chat, who said, love Row all the way from New York City. Q is gonna take it tonight. Already people excited about that Will Allday versus Q match later on.
Shout out to NYC.
She is the Renaissance woman and your Diamonds Division champion, Hyan.
What a story for Hyan. What a resume she has put together. Hyan has become the cornerstone of the Diamonds Division. This is her division now, Brad Gilmore. She has opposed her will on everyone that she has stepped inside the squared circle with. And she is a 3-time Diamonds Division champion, sharing that accolade with only one other athlete, Kylie Ray.
Absolutely, and they are without a doubt the two greatest diamonds in the history of reality of wrestling.
But you talked about it earlier, Alex Gracia, she's had that reality wrestling gold before. She would love to get it back. And Rok-C, hungry to get it for the first time, Matt Topolsky, and Hyan's chances aren't great at retaining it from a mathematical perspective. Like I said before, 33% instead of 50.
Absolutely. So often talk about it in bouts like this, the championship advantage, and it goes out the window when you could virtually not be pinned and still lose your title. That could very well happen here.
Well, a lot of bad blood between Alex Gracia and Hyan. I think that you're not going to get a lot of respect from Hyan. She didn't have respect for anybody. That's why she's won that championship 3 times. She didn't care who she's in the ring with. She's out to do one thing, and that's win at any cost.
Oh! Nice cross body there from the Pink Dream. Rok-C just dumping Alex Gracia out of the ring like a sack of potatoes.
Not a lot of sportsmanship there either. And Rok-C trying to, oh, there it goes. Great athletic maneuver from the 18-year-old. Oh!
Unique series of reversals and offense there from Rok-C. Didn't get all of it, but perhaps got enough now to get a flurry of offense together here and start building some momentum in this match.
Shout out to Moses Trevino, who just donated there on the super chat. And Rok-C double knees to the face, man. Also, Rodzilla said, good show so far. We appreciate your donation, Rod. Again, we're prioritizing super chats as these two women brawl on the outside.
Was that the Rodzilla?
Oh my goodness!
My goodness, a suicide dive from the now 18-year-old sensation who looks to capture gold here tonight. What a moment it would be for Rok-C and her family live at... Do it. No, a kick out, barely a 2.
Rok-C has the Diamonds champion one-on-one right now, and a big rake to the eyes for the Renaissance woman.
She is focused. The look of intensity in the eyes of Hyan spells a story of someone who has earned it. No question about it. And now standing at the top of the mountain in the Diamonds Division as a 3-time Reality of Wrestling Diamonds Division champion, she is not going to relinquish that title without one hell of a fight.
Well, you know what? Wrestle Vlogs on our super chat says Rok-C for the win. It's her time. We will have to see. Right now, Rok-C. Oh, right into Alex Gracia. Look at that.
Alex Gracia can't stand. She can't get back in the ring, Brad.
Alex Gracia laid out flat. As the Diamonds match continues and
retains 1, 2. Rok-C just breaks the pin. Alex Gracia on the outside writhing in pain. Desperate to get back into this matchup. She gets cut off on the ring apron every attempt. Now Rok-C ejected into that corner by the champion. Hyan's confidence starting to build here. And then the rug is pulled right out from under the champion, courtesy of the Pink Dream. Now Gracia climbing up to the penthouse level here. Stories, Brad. Gracia has an opportunity to be crowned a two-time Diamonds Division champion here tonight.
Look at that. Little 619. Shout out to Rey Mysterio. Oh, and a Shining Wizard. This could be all, Matt.
1, 2. Rok-C getting in there and providing the narrow escape for the Renaissance woman. Inadvertently, she wasn't trying to save Hyan, she was just trying to keep this match going. She is successful on that attempt.
Absolutely. And now all three of these women back inside the ring, trying to get to a vertical base and exchanging shots. Oh, look at that big uppercut from Hyan.
Devastating knee strike. Then Rok-C just powered down all three athletes, gasping for air. Wearing the battle scars of this triple threat match for the Diamonds Division Championship on a night when every single Reality of Wrestling title will be defended. You are watching Christmas Chaos live on YouTube.
Don't forget that main event is going to take place inside the confines of a steel cage, but we're up to a count of 7, Matt Topolsky. Well, it looks like Gracia was able to get up before the count of 10. Both women still down the corner and a big shot.
Alex looking for the sequel there. Hyan got out of the way. Oh, a devastating neck breaker in the corner. Could be lights out for one of these two challengers. Rok-C.
Oh, look at that. Rok-C, though, man, should have gone for the cover right there. She had Hyan rocked.
Rok-C's got some fire in the belly. Will it be enough to light an inferno that could help her capture the Diamonds Division Championship? She's got the Renaissance woman up on her shoulders here, Brad. Gracia from the top!
Oh my goodness! And Hyan was Samoan dropped by Rok-C by proxy. And a cover.
1, 2! My goodness, another near fall. Now Gracia tries to pin the champion and make a real statement, just a count of 1. Goes back, this time to Rok-C, and a count of 1. Gracia, 4th pin attempt in a row here. This time 2, still not enough, and the match continues. My goodness! A fever-pitch pace for the Diamonds Division Championship between two very special athletes that are capturing the attention of the Row Nation.
Look at that. Hyan, oh my goodness, just throwing her into the turnbuckle. And there's that big knee. This is going to be all right here.
Terminal velocity on that strike in the corner now. Hyan with a brain buster! A brain buster from the Renaissance woman! Hits the breaker box on the challenger!
Oh my goodness.
No, still not enough. Somehow, some way, the Pink Dream fleets out.
Got to give a big shout out to Mr. RIP 1979 or Mr. RIP 1979 says looking forward to see Bryan Keith defend his title in the cage tonight. Hashtag Cowboys do fly as Hyan get into it with the referee.
Frustration, painting a blueprint here for Rok-C, the challenger, schoolgirl from behind to become Diamonds Division champion.
Rok-C so close.
Rok-C hanging on here, that grip by her fingertips desperately. She is on the edge of a cliff here.
She is trying not to allow Hyan to get her in that Alabama slam position, but wait a minute, she counters it. She shifted away, Matt Topolsky.
A Canadian destroyer in the center of the ring for the 18-year-old sensation to capture the Diamonds title.
Oh my goodness.
No! A near fall of near falls and the match continues.
So close. The 18-year-old doing everything that she could.
You are looking live at a war between three very special female athletes vying for the Diamonds Division Championship. right now.
Wait a minute, she's got her up on her shoulders.
Backstabber, the pink dream, looking to capture it for the second time.
got it. No.
Rok-C slips out the back door. Can you believe what we're seeing?
I can absolutely believe it. David Scott Lane says the Row always delivers great matches, and I have to agree with him. This has been a phenomenal contest between these three women. And now Alex Gracia trying to put her to sleep. Wait a
It's
minute.
like Alex Gracia may be seeing pink
Oh,
dreams
wait a
here.
minute. That's it. That's it. Roxy's got her.
Oh no! You want to talk about dreams? Here's
Beauty
Beauty
sleep.
Sleep. Center of the ring. 1, 2. The Renaissance continues.
Here is your winner and still the Diamonds Champion, Hyan.
What a masterclass of athleticism. The reality of wrestling is the blue label of professional wrestling. You are watching it live and for free. And what about that title defense from Hyan, Brad Gilmore?
Incredible, as you said, the Renaissance continues. A great effort and a great win by Hyan. I can't discredit though what we saw from Alex Gracia and from Rok-C. They both had that championship in their grasp. Matt Topolsky, they were seconds away from it, but Hyan walks out the victor.
Right now, we take you to Max Humberto and Mantell and show you how we got here. The Reality of Wrestling Texas heavyweight title. Well, the official in harm's way, and Max Humberto. Now, wait a second, that's Diego De La Cruz.
What the hell is he doing
Diego
out
De
here?
La Cruz out here. Member of the Familia, come on! Not this way! Not this way, damn it! Shot right to the head with the Texas title.
No. No, 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 no,
Not
no.
this way! Max Humberto has just captured the Texas
Here is
Championship!
your winner and the new Texas Champion, Max Humberto.
Diego De La Cruz coming out here, acting like a cat burglar, like he had no idea what just happened.
Wait, hold on, Matt. Hold on. Wait. The other officials out here.
I got one referee telling me one thing, and I got another referee telling me something else. So I tell you what, the Texas Championship will be held up at this time. But, Mantell, you've been a man of your word. You've been a fighting champion. I can't do anything about this situation right now, but what I can do is bring this match back at Christmas Chaos.
The following is a Texas City street fight match for the Texas Championship. Introducing first from Mexico City, weighing in at 260 pounds, Max Humberto.
Look what he's got in his hand, Matt Topolsky. He came for the Texas City street fight, a first of its kind here at Reality of Wrestling. As you saw, that Reality Wrestling Texas Championship was held up by Booker T. Mantell has been on. We're talking about breakout stars of the year. You talk about Mantell. He's had one of the greatest years here at Reality of Wrestling, and he looks to cap it off here this evening by regaining and becoming that undisputed
Absolutely, but let's not bury the real story here, and that is that up until recently, no one has challenged Mantell the way Max Humberto has.
From San Marcos, Texas, is the son of Texas, Mantell.
Texas strong, 110 proof. It's like white lightning. That is the man who could call himself for the second time the Reality of Wrestling Texas Champion, Mantell. And here we go. The rules are simple. There are very few. It is a Texas City street fight with the Reality of Wrestling Texas Championship hanging in the balance, a title that you have referred to, Brad Gilmore, as the fighting title, the fighting division here at the Row, and I can't disagree with that.
Absolutely, and a fight that we've already seen. Oh, wow, big shot there from Mantell.
Max Castellanos better get out of there. His chest is going to look like aged beef from HEB.
Oh, my goodness.
Mantell dressed for the occasion here tonight. He's ready for a fight, a brawl, and he doesn't give a damn where it happens or where it ends as long as he walks out of here tonight with that strap representing the great Republic of Texas.
Wait a minute. Oh, Max Humberto was trying to use that kendo stick. Oh, there's a brawling here right in front of us. Look at the size of these two guys, Matt Topolsky. Really, the television does not do them justice. Oh, how big both of these men are. And they're fighting for that championship that's right there in front of us, that Texas championship. Think about the men who've held that title. You talk about Q, you talk about Rex Andrews. Oh, man. Oh, good God.
As good old JR has referenced before, talking about that great giant woodshed. Well, Max Humberto is in it right now.
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Oh, no.
It looks like you're about to go to the rodeo, son.
Batter up. Oh,
my God.
For the pride of Texas, Mantell.
Max Humberto tried to block that shot with his arm and hand, and he may have broken his hand as a result, Brad Gilmore.
It looks like Mantell isn't done. He's ready for seconds. Oh! And look at that. That punishment that those shots have on the body, words cannot describe. As Max Humberto's trying to get back into this thing, pulling him underneath the rope.
Well, I may be dating myself here a little bit, but this looks like a good old-fashioned brawl and roadhouse.
Right. You are dating yourself. I'm kidding. It absolutely is, Matt Topolsky. These are one of those matches where I'm so glad I'm on this side of the table and not the other side. The amount of punishment and abuse both these men have already endured and intend to inflict on each other is just unimaginable.
Oh, no, look out here. Look out. Those diamond-plated.
Oh, Mantell, though, trying to block it. Trying to block it. He's doing a good job so far.
Reversal here. Humberto goes for a ride, and that is not a soft landing. I can assure you of that.
That is diamond plating on top of steel grating. And then nearly 300 pounds comes crashing on top of that with force that I cannot even begin to describe.
You can see the impressions of that diamond plating tattooed in the back of Max Humberto, courtesy of Mantell, who now throws Max Humberto back into the ring and has more intentions here to inflict damage and pain.
If you're watching along with us on YouTube, we appreciate it. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Use that hashtag Christmas Chaos so that everyone can see this action for free on YouTube. As Mantell is stalking. Oh, Max Humberto, but Max had a chair, man.
Max Humberto winding up here. Oh, God!
Good God in heaven.
Maximum velocity! As that chair shot resembles the sounds of a shotgun blast. Holy cow!
That is sick, man. That is a sick, sick shot. That is a sick, sick shot.
I mean, Brad Gilmore, though, you got to put yourself, if you will, for a minute. Put yourself in the mind of Max Humberto. This is an opportunity for him to capture major gold for the first time in his reality of wrestling career. You know he's going to pull out all the stops. That may have ended a career
able to wield the steel himself.
That is the sound of bone. That is the sound of bone meeting steel. No mercy from Mantell. The Reality of Wrestling Texas Championship is hanging in the balance, and these two men are tearing each other limb from limb.
Oh. The winner of this match will be crowned the undisputed Texas champion here in Reality of Wrestling. And if you can't tell how much that means to both of these men, I don't know what I can do to explain it to you. Max Humberto begging and pleading with Mantell. Oh, Matt Topolsky, he went low.
It is all legal.
And he went low again.
It is all legal in this. This is not a match. This is a fight. This is a Pier 6 brawl.
We still have a night of action in front of us, including a steel cage match and a no time limits match.
That is, if these two don't tear down the arena around us before the remaining card gets an opportunity.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say, if we have a ring left to compete in, as Max Humberto has that chair and he's putting it around his neck, Matt. No. The referee has to step in, Matt. He's got to step in. He can't allow him to do this.
As grotesque as this may be, the official can do absolutely nothing about it. Mantell, oh my God! A blueprint, a recipe, if you will, for breaking your opponent's neck. Even Max Humberto is disturbed by his own actions.
All for the Reality of Wrestling Texas Championship, of course. I mean, it's a street fight, so everything's legal. You don't want to end someone else's career. And I'm thinking that the referee might need to call this one off, man. I mean, Mantell's throat could have been crushed. His larynx could be completely crushed.
Pinfall here. 1, 2, a new Texas champion to be crowned. How in the hell is Mantell slipping out of that pin?
I mean, I have no earthly idea. Oh, wait a minute, though. Max Humberto shoving the referee, of course. You have to make the pinfall inside the squared circle. Mr. Rip, 1979 again. With a donation saying, let's go Mantell. I think Mantell needs all the encouragement he can get right now after that brutal, brutal attack.
And a chiropractor and potentially a neurosurgeon. I mean, this has been a beating.
Oh my good God, man.
Max Humberto has turned what was a street fight into a horror film, using every weapon and projectile imaginable to tear apart Mantell.
Mantell, Matt Topolsky, he's trying to stand up. He can barely support his own weight. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know if that was accidental or purposeful, but it definitely worked to his benefit.
Well, Humberto was swinging for a fastball, got an off pitch right there, looking for it.
100 proof slam. That might be all.
1, 2.
That's it. Oh.
Max Humberto gets off the mat with a second to spare. And now Mantell
somehow finding a second energy source.
From where, I don't know.
Oh! Oh!
Google the word adrenaline. This is what you'll get a glimpse of.
Oh, wow, big lariat, man.
1, 2. Still not enough to keep Max Humberto down. But Mantell now fighting with a new edge.
The Ro Nation calling for it, Matt Topolsky.
And Mantell isn't Duke the Dumpster Drosy, but I think he's looking for that trash can. Oh, wait a minute, no. Steel chair. A relative. Perhaps a third cousin now joins. I mean, how many chairs are under that ring?
Well, I'll tell you what. Mantell looks like he's setting up a brand new row for overflow here at the World Gym Arena.
Well, it was standing room only, but I guess we didn't know we had this many extra chairs. Look at this. Oh my good God.
For those of us just joining us, this is a no disqualification match. It is a Texas City street fight.
And there's a trash can.
You know, the second Thursday of every month is Trash Day in my neighborhood. Apparently it's happening right now here at the World Gym Arena.
Well, judging from what I'm looking at, it's heavy trash. As Mantell, what is Mantell thinking? Oh no! Look at the strength of Max Humberto.
Oh! Humberto slams down Mantell on those chairs. 1, 2, no, no, no!
Oh my goodness!
A near fall within the margin of error, but it is not enough.
And look at Max Humberto. He has no idea what to do now. As the wrist tape comes off, he's grabbing one of those steel chairs, one of the many, at his disposal. What is he thinking, man?
Well, Brad, he's not setting up a VIP section, I can tell you that.
There might be a VIP section. Might be a VIP section with one person in mind. As he continues to rearrange furniture. Oh, look at that. Punishing Mantell, who took that big slam on top of all those chairs that he brought into the ring himself. If we didn't think that Max Humberto could be even more demented than he was earlier, what is he thinking now?
Well, the only thing left for him to do is string some Christmas lights around those chairs. Max Humberto has set the table. And there's a few more chairs then for a table of 1.
Oh, no. Don't do this. Don't do this. I do not like what he's thinking. No! But unfortunately, there's nothing the referee can do.
There are certain risks involved with a match like this, but not even us could have anticipated that they would go to these lengths. Humberto!
Oh no!
Hanging on the ledge here!
Max Humberto falling down. No, wait a minute.
Oh, no! God in heaven! God in heaven! Put a stop to this! Mantell has crashed through a cavalcade of carnage!
And Max Humberto is the new Reality of Wrestling Texas champion.
The new Texas champion, Max Humberto.
One of the most devastating and brutal scenes we have ever witnessed. Courtesy of Max Humberto, who is now enjoying the spoils of his victory. A watershed moment in his career. Not only has he captured singles gold, he has captured one of the biggest prizes in Reality of Wrestling history at the extreme expense of Mantell, who will need certain medical attention.
And he's been the first man to beat Mantell for that Texas Championship. Mantell, in every title defense he's had, obviously since winning it, he has not lost a match here in Reality of Wrestling. Straight up like that. Max Humberto somehow is standing. Incredible.
in the 21st century presents an entirely new set of challenges. From self-driving cars to failures in new safety technology, if you've been injured in a car accident, you need a 21st century lawyer. After all, you have to make your case here before you can win it here. Injured? Choose the smart lawyer. Call Walker Texas Lawyer now and download the Walker Texas Lawyer app.
Ever since Hawx Aerie stepped foot in reality of wrestling, we have proven that we are the most dominant tag team this company has ever seen. Not to mention, we've ran circles over your top talent.
It's just like my boy said. We have run roughshod on every tag team that ever steps foot in this building. You see, there's a lot of tag teams in here claiming that they're the best, but we're the only ones proving it night after night. Which leads me to right here, right now. We are going to issue an open challenge to any and every tag team in the back. And we got a little saying. It goes a little something like this. If you're bad,
oh, Matt Sapolsky. Familia, you'll love them or hate them, they always come for a fight. But my question is this, I see 3 men up on the stage. Well, really, I see 4 members of La Familia on the stage right now. And my question is who's the team answering the challenge? We've seen Jonathan Vega and Diego De La Cruz do great work in the tag team division. Of course, Aiden Cristiano goes without saying, one of the greatest that we've ever seen here in reality of wrestling. Former television champion, former tag champion himself, and former reality wrestling champion. La Familia taking offense and umbrage with what Hawx Aerie was out here saying.
You never know what could possibly happen live here at the reality of wrestling, and it looks like we may have a good old-fashioned turf war breaking out here tonight. Hawx Aerie thought they were setting the table for Christmas dinner, and then the cerebral Aiden Cristiano, the beautiful and dangerous Reina, Jonathan Vega and Diego De La Cruz have come to answer the open challenge for the reality of wrestling tag team gold.
Wait a minute. Still trying to figure out who we're going to see. And Matt Sapolsky, Jonathan Vega going to the outside. That means we're going to see Aiden Cristiano and Diego De La Cruz challenge. Tag team championships. La Familia, Aiden Cristiano and Diego De La Cruz versus Luke and PJ Hawx.
For those of you just joining us, it has already been a night of surprises. Add this one to the list.
Mr. Rip 1979 says, hate him, in reference to Hawx Aerie right now they're trying to, the row reporter, oh. Our cameraman taking a shot there for a second, and neither one of the Aeries, Hawx Aeries, have been able to take their gear off, their warm-up gear. As this match is officially started, and it's right now a glorified handicap match.
Taking off that track jacket and getting ready to defend these tag team championships. La Familia answering the call.
As you said earlier, the first ever father-son tag team in reality of wrestling history.
An attempt here to retain.
And for PJ Hawx to be so young and so early on in his career, he is so good, Matt Topolsky. I mean, he is on another level from somebody who has his experience.
Absolutely, and you know, young athletes like that, they always need a test along the way in their career as they continue to develop. Right now, he is in the ring with one of the most decorated athletes in reality of wrestling history, a cornerstone, a Row original in Aiden Cristiano. You want to talk about testing yourself, this is a massive test for young PJ Hawx.
Yeah, and a big La Familia chant here at the World Gym Arena. But PJ Hawx able to control Aiden Cristiano here early. Great amateur wrestling background as PJ Hawx have. But a veteran like Aiden Cristiano is going to find his way in.
A flying European uppercut ejects PJ Hawx, fortunately for himself, into his father's corner. Can he make the tag? There's the tag to Diego De La Cruz. PJ Hawx does not tag out. Folds him up like an accordion. 1, 2, kick out. Diego De La Cruz, you talk about accordions, he definitely has the talent to play with Gus Polinsky, Brad Gilmore, but he also has the talent to become one half of the tag team champions as well. Cover here too, and a kick out as PJ trying to turn the tables.
He's somebody who in recent months has really come into his own, Diego De La Cruz. He's been under the expert tutelage of Aiden Cristiano, who's one of the best to ever do it here at the World Gym Arena in reality of wrestling. I think that Diego De La Cruz has all the tools, Matt, necessary to be a champion here at the Row.
Well, this one-on-one matchup right now certainly favors PJ Hawx in the amateur wrestling department, although he needs to make a tag at some point to his father.
Well, I don't know, Matt Topolsky. Right now, he still looks calm, cool, and collected. He's controlling the action. He's controlling the pace. He's controlling the tempo. Wait a minute. What is Diego De La Cruz looking for? Oh, man. Right to the sternum.
Wow. Sternum and throat first across the knee. Kick out at 2. That's what I've been talking about, Brad. PJ looks like he's in control, but he continues to find himself in desperate positions here. La Familia have made frequent tags early on. Luke and PJ Hawx a little bit off their game. Perhaps it's because they did not grant themselves the opportunity to scout their opponents, as you pointed out earlier. Maybe not the smartest decision, or perhaps they were not expecting their open challenge to be answered by the likes of La Familia, who run deep. Still to come here tonight, an encounter between Rex Andrews and Gino. Q will challenge Will Allday for the Reality of Wrestling Television Championship, and of course, in the most addictive structure in Row history, the Steel Cage. It features a Row Championship matchup between the bounty hunter, Bryan Keith, and the final boss, Ryan Davidson. All still to come live here at Christmas Chaos. Power slam there from Luke Hawx to retain, and Aiden Cristiano breaks up that pin attempt. And I think many people here at the World Gym Arena are salivating at the opportunity to see Luke Hawx and Aiden Cristiano square off in there as well. For some, a dream match. right now, that double backbreaker could spell disaster for Diego De La Cruz. He's able to slip out of that pin. Who would have ever thought they would hear this? The Road Nation standing firmly behind the family itself, La Familia.
It is absolutely crazy, Matt Topolsky, as Diego De La Cruz desperately needs to get a tag to his partner. As live reality of wrestling action at Reality Wrestling Christmas Chaos 14 is going on.
High angle vertical suplex from one half of the tag team champions to polish it off. Line tag. And here comes the head coach, if you will, of Hawx Aeries. The Bill Belichick of tag team wrestling, Luke Hawx. He is cerebral in his own right, and many have to argue that he was the one that orchestrated the fake knee injury that his son used in order to help them retain those tag team titles some months ago. It has allowed them to continue to retain those titles, one challenger after another. But La Familia is a different breed of challenger. They have the numbers game in their favor. They run deep. And to all of our surprise here tonight, the Road Nation standing firmly behind them in this turf war with tag team gold hanging in the balance. And Luke Hawx now with a shot to a former Reality of Wrestling champion, dumping Aiden Cristiano unceremoniously off the ring apron. Massive power slam caught in midair. That could be all. Aiden Cristiano dives in to make the save with a hair to go.
As Luke Hawx, again, they have gotten this ring cut in half. But they are a solid tag team. We talk about, oh, look at that, Diego De La Cruz, Matt, with a little bit of hope for La Familia. Can he get back in this thing?
You know, Brad Gilmore, I don't think that anyone is denying the physical or strategic advantage the Hawx Aeries has over most of the tag team division. They have used some nefarious means at times to defend those titles. I'm just shocked by this moment. The World Gym Arena on its feet, firmly behind Aiden Cristiano. It's like an Elseworld moment.
Aiden Cristiano maintains his balance, but he gets clipped. And he gets clipped hard by Luke Hawx.
And you saw that distance between Luke Hawx and Aiden Cristiano. It was short. Oh no, Reina. Oh no.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, no.
Oh! Luke Hawx and Reina had a physical exchange. But when he turned around, he got a bicycle kick for his balls. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Jonathan
the
Vega.
numbers game coming alive. Aiden Cristiano climbing to the top.
The referee is distracted with what's going on the outside. And a frog splash.
Frog splash cover. 1, 2. La Familia have done it.
Here are your winners and the new Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, La Familia.
The World Gym Arena has come unglued.
Well, that's the Polsky. Incredible. We were looking at what was going on with Reina in the outside, and then Jonathan Vega, man, was able to get inside the ring and make his presence felt. I mean, the referee didn't see it. I don't know, but La Familia able to pull it off by any means necessary, as they always do.
Well, it's for one night only, or we don't know how long. The Road Nation stands with La
all can say here tonight at Christmas Chaos, Familia presenting the new Tag Team Champions.
Celebration continues. La Familia, the new Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Mi familia, me hit the stand up. It could have been us, but my fam show love. It's La Familia.
Brad Gilmore alongside Matt Topolsky for the row. And Brad, La Familia, the new tag team champions. And this night of champions continues. But coming up next, we have a matchup that's not about titles. And it even extends beyond bragging rights, if you will. This has been a very personal affair between these two. Rex Andrews and Gino have a long-standing rivalry. They're two of the most decorated athletes in the history of this company. Gino, as you well know, has blown up around the independent circuit. Now everyone wants a piece of the Latin heartthrob. And of course, Rex Andrews, the most dangerous element in Reality of Wrestling history, the precision tactician. And this matchup will not have a time limit. As you know, both of them were eliminated from the Rise to Wrestling Royalty Tournament on a time limit draw.
Absolutely, and here's the thing about these two guys. We saw them clash several years ago for the very first time over that Reality of Wrestling Championship. And then Rex Andrews, when we saw them go into the rematch, guess what? They come out, they bum rush him, and they break his arm. Rex Andrews was on the shelf for several months. And he had one thing in mind, to get his retribution, to get his revenge on Gino. And when he came back, somehow, some way, the wrestling gods above had the brackets formulated in such a way that we got to see them go at it just one more time, and it went to a time limit draw. That speaks to how these two men know each other. That speaks to how much research, how much time the two have put in together by watching, studying tape. They're trying to figure out how they can get advantage on one another. Tonight, we have to have a defined winner. There is no time limits. There has to be a winner at the end of this.
You know, in very few moments in professional wrestling and all of combat sports, you get something like Ali Frazier.
Yep.
Well, right now, you're going to see it. It's Rex Andrews and it's Gino one more time.
And here he comes, Matt Topolsky. You talk about how he's been all over the independent scene. He's been all over the country. He's been all over the world. The Latin heartthrob Gino, the youngest Reality of Wrestling champion in this company's history. This is a man who reached the mountaintop not once, not twice, but 3 times. He was the Reality of Wrestling champion. He's had one enemy, one arch nemesis, if you will. He is the Joker to Rex Andrews' Batman. And we're going to see them clash here at Christmas Chaos, live on the Reality of Wrestling YouTube channel.
And Gino also establishing quite a reputation for himself as the world's most famous paper shredder.
And I got to give a big shout out to Donald Green on the chat, who came in with the biggest super chat of the evening, and it's to say happy birthday to the boat. So big shout out to Donald Green, and I appreciate the birthday wishes as we continue the action here, though, Matt Topolsky. This is really the main event anywhere. This it really speaks to the magnitude of this event here this evening. I mean, main event that we have. We still have to see Q versus Will Allday for the television championship. Ryan Davidson versus Bryan Keaton inside the steel cage. But this is the one that everybody's been talking about online. To see these two bulls hook horns just one more time.
And feast your eyes on the physical condition of Gino. We have been fortunate enough to have a front row seat to his career for almost the past 4 years. Never before has he looked in better physical condition than he does right here tonight. And that is saying something, considering this young man is a former 3-time Reality of Wrestling champion and the youngest heavyweight champion in professional wrestling history. What can be said about this man that hasn't been said already? The most dangerous element in the row, the precision tactician, the taker of arms, the taker of titles, and the greatest rival in the history of Gino's life. One more time, no time limit, will stop this match from having a true and defined winner. Buckle up for a masterclass. This is Rex Andrews and Gino.
And let's not forget, Matt Topolsky, we were supposed to see this match several weeks ago, but Rex Andrews had a lung infection that prevented him from being cleared for in-ring competition. I spoke to him earlier. He said for nearly a month he was bedridden. He was trying to recover from a serious lung infection and bronchitis at the same time.
Reality Wrestling crowd, of course, letting you know what they think of Gino. But Matt Topolsky, how great of condition do you think Rex Andrews can be in after suffering that serious of an illness?
That will play, I believe, a massive role in this matchup here tonight. Take nothing away from what Rex Andrews has accomplished, but all that time that he has been bedridden, Gino has been preparing, he has been training, and he has been touring the continental United States, competing on a night-by-night basis. Gino's engine is put together and is ready to go. Will Rex Andrews have the gas tank that we are accustomed to? We are about to find out.
We are streaming live here on the Reality Wrestling YouTube channel. Again, we're prioritizing super chats. If you want a shout out on the broadcast, just hit that super chat button. And Matt Topolsky, we might be here for a while because the last time these two guys were in the ring, they went to a time limit draw. Tonight, again, there are no time limits. They have yet to touch here in the opening minutes of this contest. And here we go, Rex Andrews takes him down quick. Quick cover. Now he's got him in a front face lock as Gino gets to the ropes.
Remind everyone at home, just because there will not be a time limit draw does not mean that one of these two athletes can't be disqualified. So look for one of these two. My money would be on Rex Andrews to establish a ground game here early. And employ some strategy.
Well, Matt Topolsky, like great rivalries of all time, when you talk about Ali Foreman a little bit earlier, it's styles, right? Styles make fights. Styles make stories. And the styles of these two guys clash so much. You have Gino, high flying, high energy, a lot of lucha, great background. His father was El Sanguinario, who was a legend in the Mexican wrestling scene. Then you have Rex Andrews, ground game, MMA, jiu-jitsu, judo, looking for that arm bar. Styles couldn't clash more between these two men. So many great students have come out of the Booker T Pro Wrestling Academy, the reality of wrestling. The Usos, Ember Moon, Sammy Guevara, Dio Madden, just to name a few. But these might be Booker's two top pupils that he's ever taught.
And I will say this too, Brad Gilmore, pulling back the curtain just a little bit, if I may. There was a time where the reality of wrestling was, to a certain extent, a developmental proving ground for young talent. The game of professional wrestling has changed, and no one can argue that these two athletes do not belong on any stage at all at this point. They have gone way beyond graduating as students. These are two of the finest athletes in the sport of professional wrestling, both heavily decorated, going one-on-one.
Now Gino going to the outside. Of course, there are no time limits. So he's taking his time. Some rest. He's trying to tear aside, but the precision tactician coming in. He hands the sign back to the fan. The consummate sportsman is Rex Andrews.
Oh! Knife edge chop right there with some mustard on it from Gino. Rex Andrews returns the favor. Brad, I gotta say, early on here in this matchup, Rex Andrews looks in fine physical condition. I have not spotted anything yet that will indicate to me that he is not at 100%
for this bout.
We know, I mean, prescription medications and Red Bull might be able to mask that a little bit here in the early goings, but you got to wonder, the longer this match goes, it has no time limit. Will the effects of the recent illness of Rex Andrews come into play? Thank you to everybody tuning in here on our Reality of Wrestling YouTube channel. We have a massive live audience watching the stream with us right now. Make sure you share it online, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Let people know that you're watching the front row of sports entertainment, as you say, the blue label of pro wrestling, the reality of wrestling.
Rex Andrews with some fine wrist control right there, and then goes to break the wrist of Gino. He may have been successful.
We saw that. He was looking for an armbar there for a minute. Gino able to trip him up and send him into that second turnbuckle, and now it's all Gino.
Again, back to those contrasting styles that make great fights that you talk about so often, Brad. Rex Andrews' game is very simple. Pick a body part and, like a surgeon, take it apart, right? Gino, on the other hand, he's looking for that scarlet letter. It's a moment, and he hits the breaker box, and it's lights out. Think about and explore, if you will, Gino putting his hands on the official there. Think about and explore, if you will, for a minute, Brad Gilmore, what winning this matchup means to both of these two, as they have continued to cross paths again and again, like trains passing in the night and then colliding in a moment of Super 8, directed by Steven Spielberg. What it would mean for one of these two to win this matchup and finally put this rivalry to bed.
Absolutely. And you got to think, Rex Andrews wants it. With all the things that Gino's put him through. I mean, Rex Andrews started this year, Matt Topolsky, in the biggest match of his life against our company's founder, Booker T. And he couldn't even enjoy the challenge of that contest without Gino being right there after the match ended.
Short arm lariat from the Latin heartthrob. Rex Andrews pops out of there at the count of one.
And remember, at the time, Rex Andrews was the Reality of Wrestling champion. He never lost that title. That title was vacated due to his injury and put up for grabs in the No Limits Battle Royal, which Ryan Davidson ended up winning. The man was challenging for that very championship in our main event tonight.
You think about that sneak attack, and you're right, what it led to. All the dominoes that fell as a result. It was a snowball effect which altered the career of Rex Andrews like an alternate timeline.
Absolutely. You know how much I love Back to the Future. This is a Biff-horrific type thing. You know, it went back to the alternate 1985 and everything was wrong. That's what Gino caused Rex Andrews.
Continues to roll on here at Christmas Chaos, the 14th annual edition. Live on Reality of Wrestling's YouTube channel. Q will face Will Allday for the Reality of Wrestling Television Championship. And also still to come, a steel cage match between the bounty hunter Bryan Keith and the final boss Ryan Davidson for the Reality of Wrestling Championship.
Incredible action thus far.
Gino hit the floor and he hit it hard, Brad. Rex Andrews had a stake!
Oh my goodness!
Rex Andrews flying over
Rex
the top!
Andrews took off like a 777. A massive dive over the top rope, almost remnant of Texas wrestling legend, The Undertaker.
Rex Andrews now rolling into the ring.
Gino had a scout it.
Lariat.
Just shows you how well these two know each other.
counter for counter. Oh, wait a minute. Rex Andrews hitting Gino with some of his own.
And it's Gary there for the most dangerous element in the row. Hooks the leg to finish off Gino. Match rolls on due to that split-second escape from the Latin heartthrob. We are a remarkable moment where Rex Andrews dove over that top rope, not known as a high flyer, but Brad, he's going to use every tool in the shed here tonight against Gino.
It shows you how much he wants this win. It shows you how much the stage of Christmas Chaos means to him. That is a sold-out crowd in Greater Houston, Texas. Watches two of the best that we have go at it. It's not for a championship. It's not in a tournament. It's for pride. Look at that. Rex Andrews, kick to the temple.
The pace of this matchup has been remarkable. A released Northern Light suplex from the precision tactician, who has been just a step ahead of Gino in the last few minutes in this matchup. But can Rex Andrews close the deal? That is the question that remains on the table right now.
Rex Andrews.
Look at that, reverse neck breaker, beautiful. Beautiful, going for a cover mat.
1, 2, kick out.
Both legs covered. As look, here he goes, looking for that. He's got an arm bar. Not as traditional, but a version of his arm bar. And Gino able to roll through it. Oh, snake eyes.
Gino tapping in to that kinetic energy right now. Wow, 1, 2, almost got him. A near fall off of a little spicy jaw tango right there from the Latin heartthrob, rearranging the jaw of Rex Andrews.
Now Gino back in the driver's seat. As what is he thinking? Is he thinking about going up top? Gino telling the referee to go check on Rex Andrews. What is he doing?
Gino is removing that top turnbuckle pad, much to the chagrin of the official. And trust me when I say it will be met with even worse surprise from Rex Andrews.
Well, Gino trying to expose the turnbuckle. Well, not trying, he does expose the turnbuckle.
Oh, it's off.
And he and the referee exchanging words. And now Gino, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Gino almost went to it himself. And he dies.
Snake eyes on the steel. Rex Andrews folded Gino up like a cheap suit cover here too.
You got it, no.
Wow, another near fall.
Mr. Rep 1979 says, let's go Rex. And Rex almost had it right there, Matt. That exposed turnbuckle came to Gino's dismay, much to his peril. He was looking for an advantage, but Rex Andrews took advantage. And now these two battling it out again. What is Rex looking for?
Rex inside with the hammerlock from behind. Innovative pin, still not enough to keep Gino down. Gino connects, but didn't get all of it here.
And now, Rex Andrews looking for one of those Northern Lights or German suplexes. The two of them battling, looking for that arm bar, man. A big kick brings an end to the momentum of the precision
I
tactics.
gotta tell you, Brad Gilmore, both Rex Andrews and Gino right now are authoring a masterpiece. You look at this tit for tat like wrestling in a mirror. They are both keeping pace with each other, and the pace continues to quicken. A matchup for bragging rights and much, much more in one of the finest rivalries in reality of wrestling history.
What is Gino doing? Gino coming to the outside for a second, man. Looks like he might have injured himself or something.
Gino's got some brass knuckles in his hand. Gino has brass knuckles wrapped around his right hand. You can clearly see in the view of the camera.
Well, so can the referee.
Gino was going to try to use them the same way he used them against Mantell. And now he and the referee. Wait a minute. It's a big clubbing shot to Gino and an armbar. Reverse armbar by Rex Andrews, Matt. Will it be enough?
The World Gym Arena shouting at the Len heartthrob to tap. T-A-P, they are shouting tap.
And he made it to the ropes. And Rex Andrews knew that was his chance, Matt. He knew that was his opportunity. Gino, again, trying to bring in a foreign object to win this match. Rex Andrews foiling that plan again with some help from our referee. And almost had him beat it. Wait a minute. There it is.
Scarlet Letter catches Rex Andrews. Second time.
That's it.
Will it be enough? 1, 2, no.
Oh, wow.
My goodness. Another near fall within the margin of error. But Rex Andrews stays alive.
Somehow, someway, he kicked out of the Scarlet Letter, which has won Gino 3 Reality of Wrestling championships in his illustrious career, as the brass knuckles go to the outside. Gino picking up Rex Andrews. What is he thinking about? Put him up on the top rope, man.
Gino trying to take advantage of a high-risk maneuver here, which could finish off the precision tactician.
Wait a minute.
No, into the armbar! Into the armbar! Gino is
He got him, and he's tapping. He's tapping.
Here is your winner, Rex Andrews.
Gino visited the high-risk well a few too many times. From brass knuckles to a top rope spot that did not pay off. He crash lands to the mat and finds himself tapping to the precision tactician. Your winner, Rex Andrews.
Incredible by Rex Andrews to battle back from that illness that he had, to battle back from the injury that was caused by Gino earlier this year. And now, as we wrap up 2019, he stands tall and stands in victory. Rex Andrews is officially back at Polsky.
That time off did not stunt the progress of Rex Andrews, who defeats Gino here tonight, who gets the last word in a year-long disagreement, to say the least. Rex Andrews is back, and he looks better than ever.
You see, I've always said it doesn't matter who you put in the ring with Will Allday, he's knocking them down one by one. But this Saturday's a little different. See, I've never been in the ring with anybody quite like you, Q. They used to call you the franchise. No, they used to call you the face of this damn company. They say you used to set the standard around here. Well, things have changed, Q. It's not like the old days. See, nowadays, Will Allday is the standard. Will Allday is the main event. Will Allday is a reality of wrestling television champion. And you knowing that things have changed, you finally took your shot when I was down. Boots being put to me by La Familia, you came in and the hero saved the day. Mysterious Q, the face of the franchise, is back. You picked me up, you dusted me off, you said, "Good job, kid." And then when I was least expecting it, BAM! Q cutter. And then you took your stupid mask off. And you just threw it away. Q, you're gonna realize why when they say main event, they say Will Allday. And you're gonna realize why I'm holding this damn championship. Q, this Saturday, I'm gonna show you who I really am.
at 240 pounds, it's Q.
All the pomp and circumstance, all the pageantry that was the franchise. Ironically enough, the face of reality of wrestling while wearing that so famous and historic mask, the mysterious Q, all of that has vanished. His love, his respect, his admiration for the Row Nation, gone. Like Optimus Prime, he has transformed into what we see now. He is no longer mysterious. He's just Q. Brad Gilmore, I never thought I'd see the day. I have to be honest. It was a moment that shocked me into utter silence.
As it did everybody. I mean, we did not see this coming. I mean, Q had a lot of frustrations, we know, working with Tyrell Tempo and his tag team. They came so close to winning the championships against Hawx, Aerie, came up short. That frustration mounted, it built. It set a fire inside of Q and it exploded.
Himself like a superstar. Will Allday operates on a different frequency and wavelength than 99% of the population. And what he can do inside the squared circle is matched by few who have ever laced up a pair of boots. He is a very special, potentially generational talent. And I think in many ways Q looks into the eyes of Will Allday and sees himself 5 years ago. Can Q tap back into the athleticism that once made him the F-16 of reality of wrestling, or is Will Allday here to stay?
I think the latter, Matt Topolsky, is true. Will Allday is here to stay. He has had the greatest year of his career in 2019. He has become, like you said, a superstar. You look around, you see the shirts, you see the signs, you see the hats that say all day, all night, Will all damn day. He has a great fan base, and he won that Reality of Wrestling Television Championship, and I don't think he wants to let it go just yet. And Marie again with a great donation here on our Super Chat. She says, my guy Q, been my guy since day one all the way. So even the Reality of Wrestling Nation seems to be split on who they're rooting for. But Will Allday definitely has the hearts of the Row Nation here inside the World Gym Arena.
If you are looking for an Iron Man style clinic of athleticism with major championship implications, don't go anywhere. Here we go! Allday doesn't want to wait for the bell to ring. Shots are being exchanged. It's Allday and Q.
Look at that. And Q, Matt Topolsky, as athletic as he is, as quick as he is, we know he can hit the 455. Look at that. You got to talk about his power and the size and strength advantage he has against Will Allday.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you what, Brad Gilmore, for as remarkable an athlete as Q is, we have not seen him put his strength on display like this before. It's almost like this new attitude is allowing him to tap into an extra gear.
Well, man, something I never thought I'd see. Young fans looking at Q and booing him. I mean, oh, look at that. The Will Allday lands on his feet. Q tries to run in right into the shoulder, right into the post.
Q goes shoulder first, and now Allday working on that arm, whatever it takes.
Oh, and he steps on the hand.
Well, Brad Gilmore, Will Allday, not much for exchanging
pleasantries.
He just wants to get right into the action, and the television champion.
Oh. Well, he knows what he has to do. He knows that Q has that size and strength, like we said, so he's got to chop him down.
Hang on,
slow him down.
Call air traffic control! Like a purple blur in the middle of the night! A shooting star, if you will! The television champion flies again!
Oh, wait a minute, but Q was able to catch him. Oh, he just throws him into that support beam.
Good heavens. Tell you what, Brad, the eager screams for Will Allday have turned into a nervous, silent hush, if you will, from the Row Nation here. Seeing this new side from the mysterious Q, it is vicious, it is grotesque, it is like nothing we have seen before. Mysterious Q, like a different animal.
You're right, Matt Topolsky. The Row Nation almost a little bit in silence now, as you said, in nervousness over what we've seen thus far, because typically what we've seen Will Allday do would stop any normal man. It kind of almost reminds me of all the Conor McGregor fans at UFC 229, where they were so sure and confident that he was going to beat Khabib Nurmagomedov, and then we saw the mauling that Khabib put on him. The fans were left in silence. A country was left in silence. Will the Row Nation feel the same?
Night of surprises. It has been a night in which we have seen 2 title changes, in which La Familia has captured the hearts of the Row Nation, while Mysterious Q, now just known as Q, is breaking them. This is Christmas Chaos 14, and you're getting it for free on YouTube, because the reality of wrestling knows that you, the professional wrestling fan, deserve the best.
Look at that, though. Look at Mysterious Q, how quick and agile he still is, and the power. Oh! Man, he is just tearing Will Allday apart. And look at that. Allday, I think, Matt, is feeling it. In a nonchalant cover, I don't even think Q wanted to win right there. I think he wanted to toy with him. The mentality of Q is playing mind games with the champion.
Will Allday has had a remarkable rise to the top. That goes without saying.
Absolutely.
But Q has been the face of this company for many, many years. One could argue that the reality of wrestling would not be anywhere close to where it is today without his monumental contributions.
Oh, look at those, though, those body shots.
And I think in many respects, Q has taken umbrage with the Row Nation. 1, 2, because of their lack of, I wouldn't say respect, but perhaps excitement or enthusiasm for him, the way it used to exist, because someone the caliber of Allday has come along and captured their attention.
And now he's taunting the Row Nation. He said, y'all remember this. Almost echoing the same sentiments that you said. He's like, hey, you remember me? You used to cheer for me the same way you cheer for this guy. And looking for the Q cutter. Will Allday, though, able to stop it. Oh!
Shot downstairs, shot upstairs, shot to the midsection.
Oh, my goodness. Will Allday trying to get back in this thing with a flurry of offense.
Allday realizing there's more than one way to skin a letter of the alphabet. And now, pulling down that knee pad. Allday has polished off a lot of challengers with this flying knee.
With it. Wait a minute, Q catches him. Q catches him. He's got him in that F16 position.
Well, Q hits the turbo button. Crash landing. New champion. No.
Wow.
Will Allday gets off the mat. I'm not sure how. Just an extra step, an extra gear, new velocity, new veracity. In the heart and in the mind of the challenger.
Look at that, just pulling back, cranking back on the neck. Talk about new, when you talk about Q, you got to talk about he's got a new purpose, it seems. He's got new motivation. I think motivation to prove everybody wrong. And Allday trying to get back in this thing again. It seems though as every time he gets a little bit of offense,
Spine buster from the challenger. 1, 2.
Allday gets his shoulders off the mat again, excuse me.
And we're seeing a completely almost different style from the Mysterious Q. He's not the same kind of spry, athletic Mysterious Q that we've seen before. Obviously, he can still do those, but he seems to be more plodding. He seems to be more purposeful with his actions and his movements.
While also looking to be in the best shape of his career.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's been cut up for this contest. He's been hitting the gym. And look, those clubbing blows to the upper back of Will Allday. Matt Topolsky, I'm actually a little bit shocked. I thought we were going to come out here and see a high-flying affair. Mysterious Q came with a different game plan here tonight, but Will Allday trying to stick to his.
Allday with a coup de grace in the center of the ring. Didn't get all of it, but he certainly got enough to temporarily even the odds here and stop what has been more than a flurry of offense. It has been a one-sided few minutes here that might spell disaster for the television champion. It could very well end his reign. Q,
wait a minute,
with new purpose.
Wait a minute, no. I think he's got him in a triangle, man.
Look at this. A modified version of Hell's Gate in the center of the ring.
Something we have not seen from Will Allday, but Q was able to get his shoulders down.
I think Allday is in a desperation moment here, Brad.
Look at that.
Pull something
Look at
out.
that. With one arm, Mysterious Q. Oh! Oh, and a big flying forearm.
There is a spark in the eye of Will Allday that just lit up. Perhaps that last second or third or fourth win.
Oh! And another big super kick from Will Allday. He might need to go for a cover right here. 1, 2. Kick out from Q, and look, Will Allday's looking around like he's trying to figure out, what can I do? What do I need to do? What do I have to do to beat Q?
Allday looking to go to the top all damn day. Oh, look at that.
Fake out.
A little swing and a miss there. Allday, frog splash to retain the television title. No.
Almost like Houston Rockets' own James Harden with a step back on Mysterious Q, faked him out and went for a frog splash up top, but Q's still able to kick out. What's this? Oh man, landed on his feet though. And a big boot from Q.
Another high-risk maneuver from the champion. Obviously, he feels the need to continue to go there, but it has not been paying off. If you were judging this matchup on points, you'd have to give the slight edge to Mysterious Q right now, who's looking to put an exclamation point on it.
Wait a minute.
No.
Allday.
Allday!
Oh my goodness!
A reverse Hurricane Rana on the ring apron that spikes Q, turning a letter into a punctuation.
Now the referee, though, might count both of these men out. That was a sick maneuver from Will Allday. You called it a reverse Hurricane Rana. I think that's apropos. I mean, spiking Q's head right into the apron, which I know everybody who's watched professional wrestling knows that is the hardest part of the ring.
Will Allday had an opportunity here to potentially retain that title via count-out. He waved the official's count off and tosses the challenger back in the squared circle. Allday saying, I don't want to do it that way.
Wait a minute.
Q cutter out of nowhere!
Q cutter!
A Q cutter out of nowhere!
Pin him! If Q can get the pin, he'll win. This is all.
Cover here! 1, 2, no, 2, and 99%!
Wow. Incredible Matt Topolsky. We've seen Mysterious Q become the franchise with that very maneuver, the Q cutter, the same Q cutter that he gave Will Allday a couple of weeks back here on Reality of Wrestling. Somehow, some way, Allday.
after a Q cutter. Now both of these two just standing and banging right now.
A jumping enziguri from Will Allday. Q holding on.
Wait a minute! Look at that! A Q cutter from Will Allday! You've got to be kidding!
He hit it beautifully, Matt Topolsky, and now he's looking for that flying knee.
Allday!
And he hit it!
Flying knee!
He hit it!
To retain the television championship now! No!
And Q kicks out.
No! Mysterious Q, mysterious no longer. Certainly in his intentions to capture this title, he slips under the fence and the match rolls on.
And now what is Will Allday thinking, Matt Topolsky? He's going up top, or maybe he's looking to do some high risk, high reward.
Allday to the 30th floor. He won the championship from up there. Can he retain it?
And a super kick from Q. A super kick from Q. He's looking for that F16 again, Matt. Oh! Wait a minute! Somehow Will Allday rolls out of that. I'm not sure how. And meets Q with a super kick.
The absolute velocity that Allday hit the mat almost popped him back to his feet momentarily. Just a remarkable, remarkable display of athleticism, grit, heart, determination, intestinal fortitude, you name it. Now Allday headed back to the top once again.
Uh-oh, here he comes.
Allday in the high red district.
Oh, wait a minute.
He got him! Moonsault from the TV champion! No! 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 Q kicks out! A stunner! Written all over the face of the TV champion! He can't believe his own eyes!
And now, Will Allday going back and thinking, what the hell do I have to do? As Q somehow is back to a vertical base. And another big kick from Will Allday.
Both of these two are going for broke. Allday up top again!
Oh.
Q cutter! Q cutter from the top rope! 1, 2!
And he got him!
Here is your winner and the new television champion, Q!
An exchange of high-risk maneuvers from both the mysterious Q and Will Allday cap off what was a remarkable, unbelievable, indescribable encounter for the TV title. But Q has captured gold again, and he will celebrate with only one person, himself.
Well, this new attitude was with new purpose. Q wanted to get back to the spot that he had before here in Reality of Wrestling, and that was being a champion. Well, mission accomplished, whether we like it or not. Come hell or high water, Q walks out champion, putting a sour end to a great 2019 for Will Allday.
For over 13 years, the King of Solar Screens has been an industry leader, and we proudly use 100% American-made products. Trust the King with your castle. You'll be glad you did.
Now I know you can dig that.
There you have it, Houston.
How y'all doing tonight, huh? Hasn't it been one great show tonight? Hey guys, I just want to come out here because I'm thankful Reality of Wrestling gave me the chance to come out here and say my goodbyes. I don't know if y'all know this, but I will be moving to California and you probably won't be seeing me for a while. Boo, why you booing? It's a good thing. You don't gotta boo it. You don't gotta boo it. I mean, boo if you want to. Nah, I'm just playing. Hey guys, but I just wanted to come out here and I really wanted to thank each and every one of you, everybody that comes to this show, everybody that makes some noise, everybody who finds the time to get down to Reality of Wrestling. Y'all don't know how good that feels. Every time I come out here, it's something special. I got Booker T. He gave me an opportunity, so I would like to thank Booker T. And you guys don't understand. Every time I get to come down here and perform in that ring in front of you people, I can't explain the feeling, but it's a great feeling. And I want to let you know that this isn't really goodbye, this is see you later, because I will come back. Y'all hear me? I said I will come back. And I know y'all won't forget about me, and it'll be just like I never left. So for right now, I'm gonna say see you later, but most importantly, I'm gonna say thank you.
That's supposed to be one of the great competitors we've seen here at the Reality of Wrestling. Tyrell Tempo off to greener pastures. Gonna make a move outside of the state of Texas, where we call home. But hopefully
wait a second here.
Oh, wait a minute
here. Those damn renegades.
Well, that's Rudy Garza, who we saw earlier tonight. Wait a minute, they're beating Q down. Excuse me, they're beating Tempo down.
Come on! Well, you want to talk about the ultimate cheap shot. Rudy Garza and company here, these renegades of wrestling, they respect nothing and no one. What a disgraceful, despicable act. Crashing the send-off here for Tyrell Tempo.
They have made their presence felt at several inopportune moments at the Row. And Tyrell Tempo
trying to fight back here.
Oh, wait a minute. He was able to for a second.
Oh my God! Somebody's got to have to come out here and break this up. Get these people out of here.
The Renegades disrespectful. And oh my goodness, Matt. A low blow to Tyrell Tempo to send him on his way. Absolutely sickening.
Absolutely disgraceful scene. Get them out of here. They're real proud of themselves. 6-on-1. Real proud of themselves.
Matt Topolsky, I mean, somebody get these guys out of here. We have a main event to get to.
We do indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get some help here for Tyrell Tempo. Got him I'm also being told that we are mere moments away here from the main event this evening. And we're not going to delay any longer. As we bring you back here to ringside, first and foremost, we want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight for Christmas Chaos 14 as we get some help for Tyrell Tempo after that brutal attack from the Renegades of Wrestling. Thank you again for joining us. If you're new to the blue label of professional wrestling, make sure you hit that subscribe button right here on YouTube. And after you're done with us here tonight at Christmas Chaos 14, check out our extensive library. Hundreds of episodes of the reality of wrestling, including a brand new throwback series that we're featuring and clips from the Hall of Fame podcast featuring yourself, Brad Gilmore,
Absolutely.
and of course two-time WWE Hall of Famer Booker T. You can find that all and so much more right here at Reality of Wrestling's YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. And Brad, up next, this matchup for the Reality of Wrestling Championship. Before we discuss the competitors, let's discuss the structure that they will be competing in. It is one of the most dangerous elements that you can be in combat sports, inside the steel cage. It's what the UFC uses in order to determine their bouts, and right here tonight, the Reality of Wrestling will use it to determine who will be Reality of Wrestling champion.
Absolutely, Matt Topolsky. We have had nearly a dozen steel cage matches in Reality of Wrestling's history, and guess what? Here's a stat for you. The championship has changed hands 90% of the time. An incredible stat when you think about it. The champion's advantage, for some reason, at Reality of Wrestling, inside the steel cage goes out the window. This is one of the most vicious structures. We've seen it in all kinds of formats, but here's the thing, Matt Topolsky. You want to talk about these two guys? We've seen it inside the steel cage before, and the last time that we did was over 4 years ago, nearly 5 years ago, at the final heat where Bryan Keith defeated the then television champion, Ryan Davidson, for that television championship.
Absolutely, Brad. By successfully defending his title here tonight, Bryan Keith has an opportunity to prove that he's not Andy Ruiz, all right? Just another one-hit wonder. And on top of that, Ryan Davidson is 0-2 against Bryan Keith in title encounters. Can he end that streak here tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to show you how we got to this moment between the bounty hunter Bryan Keith and ruthless Ryan Davidson, two stars passing in the night. They collide one more time, this time inside the steel cage for the Reality of Wrestling Championship.
Bryan, I know you're actually one of the most underrated talents that's ever been inside a reality wrestling ring, but you're not the talent. Me beating you, becoming the greatest reality wrestling champion, it's not personal, it's inevitable.
Bryan Keith! Number 1, 2! He did it! Dreams do come true!
This is the bounty of all bounties. Are you ready to cowboy up? See, ever since I was a kid, all I ever prayed for was to be a professional wrestler. And I remember telling Booker T when I was 14, one day I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna wrestle for you. And here I am, Reality of Wrestling champion. I don't just do this for myself, I do this for my family. My family is you. The people who live their lives and are told constantly on a day-to-day basis that they can't. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can. All you have to do is cowboy up.
Bryan Keith, after all these years, cashing in and becoming the new Reality of Wrestling heavyweight champion. It was an awesome night. But this business, guys, has always been built on rematches.
You want your rematch? I'm a fighting champion.
You don't work hard like I do. You don't want this like I do. What do you want? Family? I'll bring your snot-nosed kids, your wife, your old ass.
I just want to let both of you guys know something. This match will be held inside the steel cage.
Lives get changed inside that match. Inside that structure, no one comes out the same.
Will history repeat itself? Will lightning strike twice?
Bryan Keith is 15 feet in the air. Bryan Keith from up top. Unbelievable cover.
And Ryan Davidson, I'm here to answer the call.
You get mauled.
Introducing first, the challenger fighting out of Bel Air, Texas, weighing in at 200
from every country that he has not only competed in, but at an extremely high level. He has argued very successfully, may I add, that he is the cornerstone of reality of wrestling. Earlier this year, Ryan Davidson captured the one brass ring that always eluded him, the Reality of Wrestling Championship. But then, Brad, along came a spider, or in this case, a cowboy. A man who has consistently been a thorn in the side of ruthless Ryan Davidson. Some might argue his kryptonite. Can Ryan Davidson finally break the bounty hunter curse here tonight and defeat Ryan Keith in a championship match? Ryan Keith was the centerpiece of a moment that everyone in the Row Nation will never forget, when he defeated ruthless Ryan Davidson and captured the Reality of Wrestling Championship. He almost had this look on his face, Brad Gilmore, a look of disbelief, almost like the beginning of Creed 2, when he doesn't realize that he's been crowned heavyweight champion of the world. Ryan Keith now stands atop the Reality of Wrestling, and this is his first great title defense, and you won't find a bigger stage in the row for it, surrounded by that sadistic steel cage.
You know, Matt Topolsky, earlier you made a reference to the heavyweight championship of the world in boxing. Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua. Andy Ruiz shockingly beat Anthony Joshua. Wait a minute.
Look out here!
Well, before Bryan Keith could even get to the ring, Ryan Davidson taking the fight to him.
Well, Brad, this matchup has not officially begun yet. But I don't think Bryan Keith nor Ryan Davidson give a good goddamn about that.
Referee trying to get this match inside the steel cage. The bell hasn't even rung. This championship contest hadn't even begun. As Bryan Keith's about to go into the stairs, I think he's going to return the favor to Ryan Davidson. Big shout out to Mr. RIP 1979 and RC, who donated to the super chat. What is that? Is that a hammer?
Swinging for the fences. Oh! And that hammer may have been left under the ring because it was used to help construct this structure that was supposed to keep these two athletes inside and off the floor. Ryan Davidson had a different plan entirely, and right now he is executing the playbook.
Wait a minute.
All the X's and O's. Now look out here, look out. No, no!
Oh my goodness! A ripple effect into that guardrail. Ryan Keith able to reverse. Oh my goodness, and Ryan Davidson goes into it again. This match still hasn't even officially started, Matt.
A genuine bloodlust that exists between these two. You saw it evident at the contract signing when Ryan Davidson.
Well, you're hearing about it right now.
Absolutely. Yep. And we know that's a strategy that Ryan Davidson used. We get that. He wants to get under the skin of Bryan Keith. But again, be careful what you wish for, because he is quite literally cowboying up right now before the bell even rings.
Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Bryan to the side of that steel cage. And we haven't officially begun yet, but you're right, Matt Topolsky. That was all mental warfare from Ryan Davidson. I'm gonna talk about your wife. I'm gonna talk about your children at home. I'm gonna try to do anything I can to throw you off your game. And now, Bryan Keith is officially inside that steel cage, and the bear is coming in right behind him.
Ryan Davidson says close it. That bell has been rung, and our main event officially begins for what feels like almost 10 minutes before it was supposed to start, as both champion and challenger turning the World Gym Arena into a demolition derby. The Reality of Wrestling Championship hangs in the balance. This is your high-stakes main event at the 14th annual Christmas Chaos. It's creeping up in the back of his mind. Ryan Davidson has to remember the final heat. He has to remember the year of 2014 on a night where he expected it to be his, and it was stolen away from him inside a steel cage by a still relatively new competitor in Bryan Keith. Well, Bryan Keith is a new competitor no longer. He sits atop the Reality of Wrestling, due in large part to his defeat of Ryan Davidson, taking that title away from him. What is Ryan Davidson gonna have to do to grab that title again, this time from the clutches of the bounty hunter?
Well, he's gonna have to employ the strategy that we've seen him employ right now. I mean, Ryan Davidson flattening Bryan Keith. Aside from that, oh man, God, look at that steel. Look at that steel just bounce.
1, 2, kick out.
I think Ryan Davidson had a strategy to begin with, Matt Topolsky. His strategy was this: get inside the mind of the champion, Bryan Keith. Bum rush him before the match even starts. Try to gain any advantage that you can prior to this match officially beginning. And he's done a great job of doing that.
Wrestling champion. Ryan Davidson colliding with that steel cage, almost dislodging it from the ring. You get the sense, as this feud boils over here tonight, that that steel cage may not be enough to contain the rage between these two. And there's plenty of evidence in the opening moments to suggest that that might happen. Ryan Keith.
Oh, wait, but he missed. Ryan Davidson was able to duck, and now he's got him in a sleeper hold. Oh, Bryan Keith turns it into a neck breaker, or excuse me, jaw breaker.
That makes this matchup so dangerous, so sadistic, so problematic for the athletes involved is that steel structure that surrounds the ring, because it acts as a permanent standing foreign object that can be used as a weapon at any time.
And wait a minute, Bryan Keith, I think, trying to utilize it. Remember, you can win by pinfall or escaping the cage. Bryan Keith going to escape, I think, right there. trying to prevent the bounty hunter.
This is a dangerous position for both of these two to be in. Bryan Keith trying to avert disaster here early.
Wait a minute. Look for that side effect. Off the top rope. Off the top rope. And then Bryan Keith can turn over. Maybe he can pin the challenger Ryan Davidson and retain his championship. But how much of that was taken out of Bryan Keith? How much did it take out of him?
Bryan Keith, however, first to his feet, trying to capitalize. Well-placed elbows again coming back from the champion. Now the challenger responds with a few of his own. A war of attrition. And the vestiges of that war evident on both athletes already.
Bryan Keith asking for the referee to open the door. And the door is open. All Bryan Keith has to do is step out of it, but Ryan Davidson has him by the ankle. Oh! And he's going for it.
Bryan Keith with an enziguri. And now he's just a few feet away from walking out still Reality of Wrestling champion, but that few feet feel like a mile when you're inside that cage with a bear.
Now ironic that the bear had the bounty hunter by the ankle, almost catching him in a bear trap, if you will. And now the cage door shuts and these two men continue going. Tilt-a-whirl rodeo DDT.
Rodeo from the champion. Can he capitalize? Hooks the leg. Two to retain the championship. The bear gets that giant shoulder up and continues. This bout of brutality inside this sadistic structure, which houses our main event at Christmas Chaos, the 14th edition, brought to you live on YouTube from the Blue Label brand. And meanwhile, the bounty hunter looks to claim yet another. He's going to climb out, Brad.
Bryan Keith up top again, fighting Ryan Davidson off.
Oh no, the unintended consequences of progress right there. Drop Bryan Keith below the belt on that top rope, and it can't feel good.
That'll slow any cowboy down. And Ryan Davidson, bear lariat! Bear lariat!
The velocity on that bear lariat, unmatched.
Buckle bomb! Wait a minute!
Davidson driver! Ryan Davidson to become a two-time Reality of Wrestling champion!
How in the hell did Bryan Keith kick out of that? A bear lariat coupled with a buckle bomb, then into a Davidson driver, and the champion kicks out.
The look of shock and awe in the eyes of ruthless Ryan Davidson. Very apparent now. He is just as surprised as we are and the World Gym Arena. Now the final boss looks to climb out and capture the title.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Ryan Davidson trying to get out there, trying to leverage his weight. What is he thinking?
Ryan Davidson from the top.
Oh my gosh! Went for a corkscrew frog splash.
The final boss, not known as a high flyer, now gets a high knee to his face.
Oh!
Boot to the face coming back. Shot upstairs to the dome from the champion. One blast after another.
Wait a minute! Muscle buster from Bryan Keith.
1, 2 to retain. Wow. the sense, Brad Gilmore, that Bryan Keith is game for it here tonight. He understands what is on the line.
Well, I think that your comparison to Andy Ruiz is proving to not be a good one, because Bryan Keith is not coming in here like the former heavyweight champion of the world, not coming out of here out of shape, overweight, and not focused. Exactly the opposite. And Bryan Keith goes up to the top. And that he's in position. Bryan Keith can make it out of the ring.
Bryan Keith is a long way away.
And the Bear's still got a grab on him. Boom! Can Bryan get over and just drop to the floor?
Bryan Keith!
Wait a minute, Ryan Davidson.
Ryan Davidson trying to climb out as well.
Oh, ring the bell. Bryan Keith retains.
Here is your winner and still the Reality of Wrestling champion, Bryan Keith.
Bryan Keith has proven tonight that he is more than a one-hit wonder. Bryan Keith has a catalog of performances to come, and you will witness them as he continues to don the Reality of Wrestling championship. Hats off to two of the finest to ever do it in the Reality of Wrestling. But tonight, Bryan Keith extends his streak against Ryan Davidson. And he's got a champagne shower in his future. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here tonight, live on YouTube for Christmas Chaos 14. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and tell everyone about the Blue Label brand of professional wrestling. For the crew and for Brad Gilmore and for the Reality of Wrestling, I'm Matt Topolsky. Bryan Keith is still champion. Good night.